And we are live, all in on high school sports, Friday night playoff, and I mean playoff, public, sectional finals, non-public semifinals results, and what a night, what games. And I'm solo tonight over here, live in Clifton, but I got Mr. Kirkpatrick tonight, Jenny Hoops. Jen, no voice. So she will be tweeting in all her comments, commenting in, but hope Jen feels better. She's feeling a little better, but she said, how can I go on? I can't talk. So tonight, Mr. Kirkpatrick, thank you for coming on. What is going on, my friend?
My pleasure, but of course, Jen, hope you're feeling better, and hope I could fill in your shoes again this week. Do half the job that you do, so hope I can do my best to everybody out there and keep them entertained for the time we're on.
Real quick, Mr. Beelan, what a night. Oh, what a night, Mr. Beelan. There's Jen saying, thanks for filling in for me, Kenny. So Jen is right on the ball with you.
Thank you for asking me.
One more thing real quick before we start, Kenny. And again, because we got a lot to get to, but and Jen is saying officially she has laryngitis. So that is what Jenny Hoops is dealing with. So, but she will be able to comment in throughout the night. She'll give us some breakdown on her games. But Kenny, real quick before we get into it, again, this week, tonight, it just put a damper on the show because, the unfortunate passing of good friend and, hey, best coach in Jersey, Coach Drew Gibbs, Kenny. So,
Yes,
again,
just real 20, 30 seconds. Coach Gibbs is, I never coached over there in high school with Rampa High School, you guys, but I did some scouting when you and Charlie Alamo coached freshmen. And he didn't even, ask any questions who I was. He gave me a sideline pass for a huge game in Wayne Hills, came up to me, shook my hand, said, I heard the job you're doing for us on the freshman team. I can't thank you enough. And, just the type of person he was, like everybody says, better person, great, good coach, better person. And it's the truth. And he's also the reason why I know Coach Breslin and Coach Siciliano.
Yep.
So, he will be missed. And, I do have some memories of him too. I just wanted to get that out on the air while I had the opportunity.
Absolutely. John Beelan's giving the little goat logo. Coach Siciliano saying hands down. And you know what? This is something we didn't have. Jen and I didn't have this on Tuesday because the news didn't come out. But I also want to give a shout out and, not even a shout out, but, Northern Highlands and the state for moving that game from tonight until next week. I'm saying a thank you, but, hey, you know what? They probably didn't have to do it, but they did the right thing. Northern Highlands, the state did it, the NJSIAA, and
hats off to them.
Hats off, and that game will be next Friday night.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Kirkpatrick. So let's get into tonight.
Yes, I got to watch a couple of the games, and I want to send another shout out. I want to send a shout out to NJ.com because I got to watch two great games tonight because of them. And I think we talked, Kurt. I think we're going to start with those two games. The first one I have here listed is Clifton versus Eastside. Clifton pulls out the victory 19-18. Kurt, I watched the game as well, but I would love your commentary on it.
Kenny, like I said, Jen and I watched it too. Down 18-0. First, I got to say, Coach Magazine over there in Eastside, those kids played so hard. You know what? It's hard for both teams not to win tonight, a sectional final. Those kids were heartbroken after that game in Eastside, and you know what? They played their butts off in that game. They were up 18-0, made a couple special team plays. You and I were texting, me and Jen were talking about it. But you know what? You got to tip your hat to Coach Sinque over there in Clifton and that whole coaching staff, because down 18-0 in your building in a sectional final, those kids could have been like, okay, our season's done, it's over, whatever. But nah, they regrouped, they came back, they made plays after plays. Again, the kid Swayze again, the Feliciano running back. And I'm telling you, their defense stepped up late in that game. Jen saying those players rose to the occasion. Beelan saying, yeah, man, crazy Clifton. What a game. But Kenny, I mean, hey, like I said, congrats to Coach Sinkyu. First sectional title since 2006. Only the second one, I think, since this whole playoff thing. But it's a long time coming. But hats off to them, man. What'd you think of the game?
Hats off to both coaches. Just like you said, I was texting you throughout the game. I said, man, Clifton's in a lot of trouble. And you said special teams. So you nailed it right there. When you said special teams, I was like, maybe they're not done, because it's special teams. It's not their defense that's beating them. It's not their offense that's beating them. Coach Sinkyu went into halftime, fired the troops up, got it done in the second half. And you know what the difference was in this game? The missed extra points.
Yeah, that's true. Side. Yes, three of them.
Three missed extra points or 2-point conversions by East Side was the difference here. And don't let anybody tell you those extra points don't matter, because they do.
Dennis Holtz from AD at St. Mary's saying Clifton has Coach Coyne. Enough said. I did. I texted Coach Coyne tonight. Congratulations. Coached with him at St. Mary's for many years. Unbelievable coach. And, hey, he's got another sectional final. Congratulations, Coach Coyne, and that whole coaching staff there.
Hands down, congratulations to Clifton. And, good luck at MetLife now. Bring it home.
Absolutely.
Next game I got listed for you, Kurt, was Cedar Grove went into Mountain Lakes. It was the number 1, number 2 seed, I believe. And Cedar Grove pulled out the slight upset, I guess you would say. 15-7, Kurt.
Yeah,
Give
you
us
know
your
what?
thoughts on that.
Kenny, I watched this game too. Again, like you're saying, the streaming was awesome. We had like 4 games going on tonight. And this was an unbelievable game. 2 great programs. Mountain Lakes was up early. Again, up 7-0. Cedar Grove had a couple of turnovers where they were inside maybe Mountain Lakes' 10 or 20-yard line. Couple turnovers in the red zone. 7-0. Coach Cislano saying great coaches there at Clifton. But I tell you, Cedar Grove came back. Cedar Grove's fun to watch, man. They run the no-huddle offense. They're fast-paced, sling the ball around. But they got a nice running back. The kid Marinelli's a great wide receiver. They get the ball to him a lot. So they tie it up 7-6. They go for 2. They run an unbelievable play. Coach Cislano would love it because it was almost like a tight end under. It was kind of like a delay route, pick route where they had like the backside tight end, rolled the quarterback right. He threw it. He's a lefty. He threw it back left. They go up 8-7, get another turnover. They punch it in late, 15-7. But their defense in that second half. Their defense in that second half was unbelievable. Sack after sack. But 2 great programs by Cedar Grove. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And you called it a couple weeks ago. You thought somebody was gonna surprise Mountain Lakes in this bracket, and I guess you could say it was a little surprise. But Kurt, I want you to help me out here because I did forget to write this down. Clifton Eastside, I know, was Group 5, but what group were they in the North?
They were North 2, Group 5.
North 2, Group 5, and Cedar Grove, Mountain Lakes is?
North 2, Group 1.
Okay, if you could just give that out when we do it, that'd be great.
And you know what, Kenny? You mentioned them before. There's our guy. There's our guy, Mr. Freitas, saying, our great friend Anthony Freitas saying, he's from Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove playing great ball as of late. So yes, sir, Freitas.
Oh, congrats, Mr. Freitas. Good to hear from you, and congratulations to Cedar Grove once again.
But I got to stop the show for one thing, Mr. Kirkpatrick. I got to stop the show for one thing. Dr. John Taylor. He just commented, Coach Gogarty, former quarterback at Cedar Grove, won his first sectional title as the head coach. So happy for him. And you know what? We're happy for you, Coach John.
And Dr. you know what, John. Kurt? I'm going to go off script here like you always do. Since we know Dr. John Taylor's on right now, don't know how long he's going to stay on. I'm going to bring up the Irvington game right now.
Okay, well, a couple things. Jen saying, Dr. John, congrats on your historic title. Eddie says, St. Kurt, offensive guru. Dr. John, thank you. Check mail in the free days. Listen, let's get right to Irvington then, Kenny.
That's it. I want to get right into it since Dr. John's listening. And, Irvington, the home team, prevails with a 28-13 victory, Kurt, over Middletown South. Take it away.
Again, they were down.
Tell us what group is Irvington? For those who don't know like me.
North 2, Group 4. And you know what? Early on, again, that defense kept them in the game early. 2 drives by Middletown South. They went up, hold them to 2 field goals. They were down. Obviously, Irvington comes back, made a couple explosive plays, but again, their defense early on, where Middletown South had some momentum. Maybe you get up, 10 to 13 points, it's a whole different game. So their defense held them in that first. Second half, they wore them down. Big plays. Dr. John, listen, unbelievable. Kenny, 102 years. It's their first sectional title. 102 years. So
Amazing run, Dr. Taylor. I've been, blessed with getting to, do picks each week with Kurt, Jen, and John Beelan. And I've been in love with your team for months now. And big congratulations to the Irvington coaching staff, the players, the whole community, alumni, and of course yourself, Mr. Taylor. Hard fought victory. The only complaint I would have is I predicted a 15-13 dramatic victory. You guys won 28-13. I'm sure it was dramatic, but I'm joking around. But I had you projected 15-13. But again, hats off and big congratulations to Irvington family down there in Irvington.
And again, you're giving your congrats. I'm giving mine. Jen gave hers. John Beelan saying congrats, brother. Dr. John saying Middletown South is very talented. Their line is among the best in the state. Well played game. They are. They have. We were looking before. I want to say they have 10 sectional titles, 21 or 20 sectional finals, unbelievable playoff record. So, but hey, you know what? Jen and I said this all year. Their schedule, the Irvington schedule, and you know what? It comes back when you get to the postseason, and every week is a postseason game. They're ready for this, and again, congratulations to them.
Congrats on the section. You got one more now, right? The state title, right?
One more. Well, they're sectional champs now. They play the other. They await the winner of the Ramapo Northern Highlands game.
Okay, that's a great game. So definitely looking forward to that one for
and
sure.
And Kenny, he is saying, thank you guys so much. The crowd was amazing. Definitely a celebration in Irvington. You guys deserve it.
Hats off again, Dr. Taylor, and looking forward to a couple weeks when you play either Ramapo or Northern Highlands for sure.
What else you got, Mr. Kirkpatrick?
All right, I got one that I got to watch on thanks to NJ.com once again. I got to watch Don Bosco, and I believe it's pronounced St. Augustine. And they think they're in Richland, New Jersey. That was non-public Group A, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Kurt?
non-public A semifinals, and it was a nice ride ride.
St. Augustine, the 2 seed, and Bosco, the 6 seed. But we all know how strong this non-public A is. Bosco prevailed with a 17-zip shutout in Richland, New Jersey at St. Augustine, Kurt.
Yeah, by the way, our good friend Kip Finley's commenting saying we'll get to that in a second, and maybe, he wants to put more comments in because it's a game we didn't watch, but he said the Cranford O-line, biggest I've ever seen. Now that's a comment to say biggest I've ever seen because Don Bosco, they got a left tackle. That's insane. But you know what, Kenny? Hey, this game was close, 3-0 at half. It didn't get to 10-0 till late in the third. Defensive battle. But I'm telling you, Bosco ran that ball tonight. And just like you said, 4 losses we were talking about the other day. We were joking with, on our regular show about college football. But hey, 5-4. There's a reason why this team's ranked top 4 in the state. And you know what? Now they're in the state title. So, and you know what? Bergen, listen, they'll be ready for Bergen. I can tell you that. They'll be ready for Bergen.
I think we got to see if Bergen gets there, don't we?
Right. I'm sorry. Bergen, St. Peter's. Bergen, St. Peter's. You're right.
Yeah, the winner of that game.
You're right.
And, I'll just echo your words, but it was 3-0 at the half, so it was a nice little defensive battle. Another game that Coach Sis and all the defensive fans would love to watch. I believe, there was 2 drives. Bosco stopped a long drive by St. Augustine to start the game, and and then Bosco had its own long drive stalled with a 30-yard field goal. And then second half came, and I don't want to butcher the kid's name, the quarterback for Don Bosco, Minichuli. he threw a 75-yard pass to Amari Walker, and the kid's gonna. I think he's only a sophomore. I
Yeah.
think. And watch out because and then they pulled away 17-0. But watch out, like you said, Kurt, because Bosco is playing with tons of confidence and pulled off a lot of upsets throughout the year. So, coach over at Bosco, he's got this. These kids are going to be ready. So I would not sleep on Bosco.
No, Kenny, Coach Sabelli's got the rings. Beelin's starting already. Kurt, you taking Bosco over BC next week with the question mark and the wink?
Hey, again, don't count St. Peter's out. Don't sleep on them.
We'll see. I did make a statement all year, didn't I? What was my statement? Jen knows. No one's going to be undefeated in that. We'll see if I'm a man of my words, Beelin.
I got some other games listed here, Kurt.
Okay.
For you. And these are ones I didn't see, but I got the pick throughout the year, so I know a little bit about the team.
Okay.
I got Park Ridge at home pulling the 14-zip shutout against Hasbrook Heights. I believe 3 times they played each other, and Park Ridge got the best of them all 3 times.
They did, Kenny, by the way.
That is Group 1, I know, but what North 1?
North 1, Group 1.
Good.
Jen is saying that I said no one would go undefeated. So I guess I'm under a little more pressure on Tuesday night to make that pick. Beelin's saying upset with West Ex's game. But Kenny, I watched this game too. And this is I'm telling you, awesome. Park Ridge does an awesome job with their streaming their game. And, I'll say this. They got a kid, Matthew Manning. I don't know if you've ever seen him, Kenny, but I mean, he's a running back.
I've seen that running back in highlights.
He's a big running back, but they
put him. I've seen him.
Yep. They put him as a quarterback. They run like the Wildcat. Direct snap to him. This kid does it all. Their sophomore quarterback today made some big plays, but again, this game, Heights actually took the lead early in this game. They would have took the lead on a little like play action. I don't know if you want to call it like your Tebow jump pass or about a 20-yard pass. They call it illegal shift. So instead of being up 7-0, they're like inside the 20-yard line. They get that penalty, then a holding penalty, then like another false start penalty. So they actually wind up punting on that drive. Then right before the half, Park Ridge with a little flickery, a little double pass to get up 7-0. Heights in the third has a nice drive going. Another, not going to say, they weren't penalties. They were. It was just at the expense there at the wrong time. So Heights was always in this game. But Park Ridge, just their running game, way too much. The kid Manning, unbelievable. And that's going to set up now Heights, Cedar Grove, and MetLife. I'm telling you, it's going to be pound the rock versus this no-huddle offense. 2 good defenses. But hats off to Park Ridge. Kenny, it's tough to beat Heights once. They beat them 3 times?
Oh,
come on.
For sure. Hats off to Park Ridge on an unbelievable year. And I think it was Coach Catrona on your from Woodridge, who on one of his shows, and he nailed it. He said that he considers, the NJ?
I see.
SEC of Group 1.
Yeah, it is.
Look at these teams: Park Ridge, Heights, Rutherford. They're still all alive in here, and it's
Hawthorne, the Becktons, the Lyndhurst, the Waldorfs.
All the teams that made it, and all the teams that are still there. It's
right.
It's great. It's such a great undercard to the non-power, the non-public Group A's. It's such a good undercard. These smaller schools getting recognition. I love it.
Coach Siciliano is saying, I don't want to say his name. I forgot the ex-coach for I think
Coach
it's
Miola.
I think it's Miola.
Coach Miola, yeah.
Miola. Because I want to say it's actually Coach Miola Field over there from Park Ridge, and he's saying he's looking down. He tragically passed away a couple years ago when I was at St. Mary's, or a couple years later. But he was an unbelievable coach at Park Ridge, and he's saying he's looking down with the sectional champs. Coach Curry does a great job at Park Ridge now.
Absolutely. So yeah, hats off to Park Ridge, and they are going to be super tough in the state final for sure. Next game I have listed, Kurt. Cinderella Hanover Park failed to beat Caldwell, the number 2 seed, 44-14. But I think You know what it is, in my opinion, and I'll just say real quick, Hanover Park was not going to catch Caldwell by surprise.
Yep.
They caught Ramsey by surprise, you could say, and then they went out and beat,
Waldwick.
Waldwick, but three times out of Cinderella. But hats off to that Hanover Park program. Caldwell prevailed 44-14. Uh, Hats off to Hanover Park for pulling off almost the unbelievable run there. And Caldwell, tough team defense. I'm going to say they're going to be a tough out in the state final.
Yeah, I agree. We said it. We always said we were looking for the Ramsey Caldwell matchup. We didn't get it. Hanover Park, again, an unbelievable run as an 8 seed. But Kenny, this Caldwell team, they are unbelievable. Again, one of the best defenses in the state. It actually Caldwell went up 14-0. Hanover Park struck right back. I think they got it to 14-7. And then Hanover Park scored, I believe, 3 more to get it to 35-7. Then 2, score each late. But Caldwell, like you said, is for real. They await the winner of Jefferson Rutherford. But I think they're the favorite for whoever they play when they get to MetLife. They're one of the best teams around.
And that's a group one also.
They're Group 2, North 1. They're Group 2.
Okay. Next game I got listed, Kurt. Tell me the group. Cranford, Sparta.
Yeah, North 2, Group 3, and like I said, Coach Kip Finley. And again, I'll be honest, we haven't seen Cranford live, but they just impressed me because I picked Pascagoula Valley last week to upset this team, and they just like Sis says, blew them away. And Sparta with an unbelievable victory last week against Riverdale. You come back and Cranford just puts it on them tonight. Beelan saying, MetLife, we out. Can't wait. Listen, 45-21. Coach Kip is saying the offensive line is humongous. I mean, they're putting up points. They could throw it. They could run it. They're good, man. And listen, I'm going to put them right now as the favorite. I mean, we make our picks Tuesday, but they move on to play West Morris. But Cranford undefeated. I believe they're like 11-0 now. So.
Oh, that's the game I got listed next. But you tell me they got the biggest O line he's ever seen, and you're going to play to your power, right? You're just going to want to stay, protect your quarterback and have long drives with that line, beat up the defense.
Yep.
That's how I would do. So yeah, I think Cranford's going to be really tough at MetLife. Who they will be facing? West Morris, who went in at home and beat the West Essex. Jenny Hoops is West Essex, 21-0. Another shutout. What group, Kurt? I forget which one this is.
North 1, Group 3.
North 1, Group 3, the other matchup. Yep, so this is going to be your state final at MetLife. But West Morris, a convincing victory over West Essex. Kurt, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know what? It shocked me a little. I picked West Essex. I know Hoops picked West Essex. And,
I did too.
West Essex's losses this year was opening night at Ramapo, and then they lost to Northern Highlands. I mean, 2 of the best teams probably in the state. Definitely 2 in the highest and, ranked 1, 2 in the non-public. North Jersey, they're ranked 1, 2. So, hey, there's no shame in those 2 losses. And West Morris, again, had a close loss to Northern Highlands also, but they stuck, a couple falters early, but they got hot. And you know what? They're hot now. I'm a little surprised. I'm going to be honest. That they handled West Essex, this easy. And, West Morris now goes to, and Cranford, they'll be playing for this, bold Group 3, but very impressive by West Morris tonight.
Me too. We've got a couple of non-public Group B schools left, I believe. First one is Red Bank Catholic versus St. Joe's Hamilton. Kurt, I know you got a lot of history with St. Joe's Hamilton. Red Bank went and beat St. Joe's Hamilton by a score of 21-10.
Yeah, listen, I want to say it's something crazy where most sectional titles in the state of New Jersey, I want to say they have 21 or 23 sectional titles. St. Jose Hamilton, an unbelievable program. If people really don't know them, just kind of think of like what St. Anthony's in basketball was. That's what they are over there. They were the one big school. just every. I mean, I'm sorry, one small school, but tremendous athletes there year in year out. Coach Sacco over there. Hey, it was hard. We lost like 4 state titles to them, and a lot of them weren't competitive. They're that good. So you know what? Hats off to Red Bank Catholic. I picked St. Joseph Hamilton. Looking early on, it was 10-3. St. Joseph Hamilton was up at one point 10-7, and that was it. 2 scores by Red Bank Catholic at home, big win, and hey, they get DePaul next, and we all know how good DePaul is, but this isn't going to be an easy one because Red Bank Catholic showed their for real tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Red Bank Catholic's going to be tough out there. It's going to be a nice little game over there for non-public Group B fans, and they are going to be facing the DePaul Spartans, who beat the Holy Spirit Spartans. I believe they're both Spartans, right?
Yep.
Of Absecon, or Absecon, however you want to pronounce that. I pronounce it Absecon. Southern New Jersey team by the score 28-14. Our friends over there at DePaul, Mr. Siciliano has ties, and Coach Campanelli and Mr. Batola, congratulations on a sectional title, and everybody else over there at DePaul.
Well, no sectional title yet. They just had the semis tonight. Their sectional titles next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not public. I'm used to the publics. Yep. Okay.
So, yeah, but Kenny, again, same thing. Holy Spirit gave him a run for the money. Holy Spirit took the lead. They were up 14-13 going into the fourth. DePaul then comes back. 2 big scores, 2-point conversion. Coach Campanelli, like you said, head coach. Now he's got Red Bank Catholic. So that'll be for all the marbles next week. It's going to be a great one. You looked at it and you said, oh, it's DePaul's. It's going to be DePaul no matter what in non-public B. And Red Bank Catholic, I think, is saying, just don't forget about us. You beat a tough St. Joe's Hamilton team. Holy Spirit gave a great run tonight at DePaul. But again, DePaul's defense, and when that defense travels, and doesn't matter next week if it's rain, snow, 10 degrees, that defense is going to be there. So DePaul will definitely be in every game because of that defense.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And the last one I have listed, Kurt, is adopted team that I live to hear down here in Maryland. I gave us a team to adopt this year. Local team near me. The Huntingtown Hurricanes defeated the Decatur Seahawks. Not Douglas. We had it listed as Douglas. That's my fault. I had the wrong team listed, but they still won their quarterfinal matchup. I scored 28-14, and it was a defensive battle in the first half, Kurt. We all know throughout the year, Huntingtown's got plays, run the ball and score, let their defense, win games. Scoreless first half, and then second half, right off the bat, they scored on an 80-yard touchdown pass, caught the defense sneaking up to stop the run. Coy Greenwell to David Bolin, and Seahawks quickly answered back, 7-7, but then Huntingtown took the game over with 3 unanswered scores, and then Seahawks got a late score. But congratulations to the Huntingtown Hurricanes in advancing to the semifinals of their bracket in Group 2A. And the winners of each group, so I explained this on the air, I think New Jersey's going to do something like this, but the winners of if they win Group 2A, there's 4 Group 2As in the state. You're going to have a final 4 of the Group 2A play each other, and there's going to be one true state champion in the Group 2A, if that makes sense.
Mr. Beelan saying good Friday night games. Tomorrow games even better.
Well, there's 3 games tomorrow, Kurt, and I had a quick question for you and Jenny Hoops if she's still listening.
Okay.
We didn't get many upsets this week. Last week was the upsets. The week before were the upsets. You really didn't have any upsets tonight. You got Bergen Catholic St. Peter's tomorrow. East Orange, number 1 seed versus PCTI. And you got Rutherford versus, I believe Jefferson's the 6th seed, right?
Yes.
My question to you, Jenny Hoops, Beelan, anyone else out there listening, are any of these teams on upset alert? of the three, and how many of the three would you consider on upset alert?
Beelin's coming right
I
out.
truly believe there's going to be an upset. There's going to be one upset, and I'm going to tell you who
Well,
it
real
is.
quick, here's a couple comments. Beelan saying PCTI upset, and Jenny Hoops is saying, you know, I am all chalk tomorrow. So,
I'm. I know. BC better watch out. That's all I'm going to say. They know Bosco's waiting for them. They may get caught sleeping tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say.
well, hey, Peters beat them last year. I know Bergen got them
And they
this
got to
year.
play. This is the second time they're playing each other this year.
Second time they're playing. Listen, I wouldn't. I mean, would you be stunned if St. Peter's won? I wouldn't.
No,
You know, I wouldn't. Eddie Sis
I
is
think
saying.
all three of these got to be on upset alert.
Oh,
PCTI,
I think all three are on upset alert too. Siciliano saying BC upset. He's picking Peters in the upset. You know what? I know a lot of people are still saying Jefferson, but I watch now Park Ridge. I watch Park Ridge versus Beckton. I watch Park Ridge versus Heights. I watch Park Ridge versus Rutherford. And Park Ridge is a damn good team. And you know what? I watched Rutherford beat them in bad conditions. They threw the ball. The kid Cerulli, the kid Weber, the quarterback. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I think Rutherford's gonna beat them.
Well, you know what? And I'm going to tell you why I think Rutherford's going to beat them real quick. What time is this game? 1:00?
They're all yeah. It's 1:00 tomorrow or 12, maybe 12.
We all know how far Jefferson is. We all know how far Jefferson is to travel. It's a pretty far place. You know what time these kids are going to have to get up?
It's actually a noon game.
Noon. And these kids are traveling from Jefferson to Rutherford. You know what time they're going to have to be at the high school? You know what time they're going to have to get up?
No, I
Some of
know.
these kids, I know me. I go, when I had a big game, I couldn't sleep. Now you're going to get all these kids tomorrow traveling 12 o'clock noon to Rutherford?
Yeah.
Jefferson's going to be in trouble. Out of the three, I think Rutherford's going to have the easiest time of the three. I think the other two are definitely should be on upset alert.
I'm with you. The one I would say, you know what? I'm going to go with Jenny Hoops, though. I think it is. I picked all of the chalk, but they're going to be easy. Beelan saying, I can't have BC lose. I need Kurt to take Bosco next week. Oh, LOL. So, I don't know.
I think that's all the games we got, right?
That's it.
Oh no, like I know Beelan said last night. You know, I'll say it was a great Friday night. I appreciate you involving me. I'm glad I didn't have to work tonight, but I got to see two really good games on the TV today.
It's awesome. And tomorrow afternoon, the Bergen Catholic St. Peter's game will be streaming. The PCTI and East Orange game will be streaming. So both of those games will be available. I'm not even sure about the Rutherford, but that one also possible. But the other two definitely are. So. But that's it, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Thank you so much, Jenny Hoops. Of course, we missed you tonight.
Thank you. I wish I was on better circumstances. I hope you're feeling better down the stairs, Jen. Get your voice back. You're going to need it on Tuesday.
Yeah, she's going to need it for Tuesday.
Go after Kurt. We're going to have to all go after Kurt. I'll be doing it in comments, but we need you next Tuesday, Jenny Hoops.
There you go. Again, great night. And again, let's all not forget, though, Coach Gibbs. And,
Yes.
you know, again, just an unbelievably just terrible tragedy. You know, hearts go out to the Gibbs family. Hearts goes out to the Ramapo football program, Ramapo High School, Ramapo Athletics. And again, though, just proud to see like Northern Highlands and the NJSIAA and the state do the right thing. Move that game to next Friday night. Give those kids a chance to play. And, you know, see what happens from there.
Yes, absolutely. Well said, Kurt.
All right. Beelan saying good night, fellas. Let's see tomorrow. Absolutely. Thank you again, Mr. Kirkpatrick.
You're welcome. Thank you again.